近年社會對體育嘅關注度越嚟越高，當中有唔少華裔嘅運動員都喺世界舞台大展拳腳。適逢世界盃即將舉行之際，喺溫哥華華埠 Chinatown 嘅華裔博物館開設咗全新展覽，盛世而行，體育中嘅權力與身份認同。社會甚至係我哋本身，對於華裔喺體育競爭中可能都會有一個既定嘅印象，就係體格上會輸蝕。不過，華裔博物館行政總裁李林嘉敏博士就話：喺做資料搜集嘅途中，發現其實都有唔少華裔運動員喺美式足球、籃球、滑雪等各種唔同類型嘅運動上都表現出色。展覽展出多個由運動員借出嘅相關物件，包括現時效力 NBA 球隊曼菲斯灰熊嘅周志豪借出佢嘅波鞋同埋短褲。身高221公分嘅佢着嘅波鞋大到你見到實物一定會嚇親。不過，一啲項目喺審美同埋評分上仍然有好多默認嘅文化，例如係花式溜冰。奧運個人花式溜冰銀牌得主陳偉群 Patrick Chan 就承認，作為華裔，有時為咗迎合裁判嘅喜好，確實係要做一啲妥協。
Figure skating has a certain aesthetic and a certain type of style that is, I think, typically desired from judges. Figure skating is a judge sport, so there's always predetermined results that judges are looking for, and one of them is looking very classical, like a ballet dancer, and the type of music as well is very important, and also the costume and how you present yourself is with a microscope, and that was definitely something I had to adjust to as an Asian Canadian skater. I tried to diverge away from the norms, the cultural norms of being Chinese. And for example, my mom would ask me to push me not to pick Chinese music, to pick more classical music, Mozart, Chopin, Tchaikovsky, just to please the judges. So yeah, that's what makes skating, it's a judge sport, so there's an element of having to please other people and not necessarily doing what you want to do, but that was kind of a sacrifice I had to make. I think the fact that now figure skaters can skate to music with lyrics, it opens up the genre of music much, much more. So we have access to many, many more pieces. It adds a lot of different styles of choreography. It just expands the scope of what a figure skater can do. And I think it also, going back to my last point, I think it opens up the minds of judges and very traditional judges. It forces them to think outside the box and to change with how time is evolving and the sport is modernizing. So I think it's really good for the sport.
華裔面對嘅身份認同問題喺運動場上被放大。例如同樣係喺美國出生，但係分別代表中國同美國出賽嘅谷愛凌同劉美妍就引起激烈討論。Patrick 係喺加拿大出世，佢嘅父母係香港移民，佢亦都曾經被問到過要代表邊一個國家出賽嘅問題。
Yeah, sports and politics, right? It can get a little hairy and challenging, and the whole point of the Olympic spirit is to separate politics from sports, and it's all about the love of being an athlete, and it's all about the performance. I think for Alyssa Liu, she has such a massive platform. I think it's very courageous, and honestly, I'm so proud that she's speaking out because she has the ability to change things and make things better. I think in regards to her representing China versus the US, I think that's always a part of the narrative. I experienced those questions before too in my career, and I think it's just because of who we are, because we are Chinese and we come from Chinese background, that people make the assumption that we want to represent another country. But Alyssa, as well as myself, were born in North America. We're first generation Canadians or Americans, and we have every right to represent the country that we know and where we grew up. So I think it's sad that reporters will ask those kind of questions because they're looking for, I think, drama, or they're looking for a headline, when truly the focus should be on her performance and her accomplishments.